Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning this morning. It is Sunday morning. As always, a coffee kind of morning. Hope everyone's doing well. Did some digging this weekend, the first since December, late December. I promised myself that I would slow down on my digging and refocus on the albums that I have in my collection, but sometimes that bug just hits you hard, and it did. So my fix is good for a while. Picked up some great albums that I'll show you. I already showed some of these on my latest video. April Wine, a band you definitely need to listen to. But it was at the end of the video, so I'm not sure how many people stuck around to watch that. So I thought I'd revisit the albums that I picked up, plus a couple that I picked up yesterday, and give you a more in-depth look at this stuff. Before I get into it, though, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. Want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection. It's because of you guys, your likes, your subscriptions, your wonderful comments that keep me going, keep me motivated to do this kind of thing, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I really mean that. I also had a wonderful time yesterday with a bunch of guys from the VC. Larry Graves, the Canadian Stud Muffin, Glenn Calloway from the Basement, and myself did a couple of videos yesterday. One was ranking of Beggar's Banquet and Let It Bleed by the Stones. We put the two albums together and went from our worst song to our favorite song. That was a blast. Not too many agreements on those songs for sure. Especially Glenn. Larry and I were pretty close, but Glenn was complete opposite almost. But that turned out to be a fun thing. And then we each showed our 25 favorite bands and our different look at that. So, and then Glenn says, "Why don't we jump on live?" And we all agreed. And so we ended up doing a live show for a little bit. We were joined by the great Rich Strickler and Chris Proffi's Musically Obsessed. I love both these guys. And that was a blast, a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. So check out, I've already put a link in my channel, but go over to Larry Graves' Canadian Stud Muffin and check out that. He should be posting those other two videos today, perhaps. And again, go to Glenn's channel, like, subscribe. Congratulations to Glenn Calloway from the Basement, just surpassing 1,000 subs. That's my ultimate goal. And then again, but go to his channel, like, subscribe, leave wonderful comments. Go to Rich Strickler's channel and do the same, and go to Chris Proffi's Musically Obsessed and do the same. All wonderful guys, love them all. So it was a lot of fun. Great way to spend a Saturday afternoon with a bunch of friends. So albums I picked up. Again, this fix that hits you, and I don't have to explain what that fix is. You have to do it. And instead of dragging, I normally show all the albums that I have of the bands that I've picked up, but then I have to put them all back again. So instead of that, I just listed the albums that I currently have from the newer albums that I found. It's easier. It's all on paper. I don't have to do anything back. So I found this great one, Steppenwolf Slow Flux. It's in great shape. It's on the Columbia label. There's the boys there. I had this one a long time ago, way back. And I went through a stupid phase. Can't do much about it now, but back in the 80s where I got rid of all my albums. And glad to have it back again in my collection. So you got Straight Shooting Woman, Smoky Factory Blues, Justice Don't Be Slow, Fishing in the Dark, Getting Into the Wind, Children of Night, Gangmore Blues, A Fool's Fantasy, Morning Blue, and Jeroboa. Just wonderful stuff. Again, Steppenwolf, awesome Canadian American hard rock band, psychedelic band, formed by the great John Kay. who originally is from Toronto, but they were formed, I believe, in San Francisco. This will be the 6th album I have by Steppenwolf. I currently have 1969's At Your Birthday Party, one of my favorites. 71's For Ladies Only. 1970's Steppenwolf Live, a great double live album by these guys. 1970's Steppenwolf 7. And 1975's compilation 16 Great Performances by Steppenwolf. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. So this is their 7th album, 1974 release. Again, the big hit, Straight Shootin' Woman. Great horns in this one too. One of the few horns in a Steppenwolf album. And of course it features the great John Kay on lead vocals and guitar. That gritty, growly voice of John Kay. Unique voice. No one sounds like John Kay at all. Goldie McJohn on keyboards. Bobby Cochran on guitar, who is also the nephew of Eddie Cochran. I didn't know that. George Biondo on bass. Jerry Edmonton on drums. And it's a nice addition to my... Nice to have it back in my collection, in my Steppenwolf collection. Nice addition. And again, it's in great, great shape. There's there's a little wear maybe in the corners of the cover, but the vinyl itself is great. So yeah, Slow Flux. As well as this next one. This is Steve Miller Band, The Joker. Love that cover. It's on the red Capitol label. Love Steve Miller. This will be my 6th album by Steve Miller Band. I've got 82's Abracadabra, 77's Book of Dreams, 69's Brave New World, 1976's Fly Like an Eagle. And they've mastered and reissued 1977 concert Breaking Ground. It came out in 2021. It's an amazing double album, live album. So this is 1973 released, The Joker. Steve Miller, of course, Steve Miller Band, great rock, blues rock, southern rock. I love this cover as well. A little bit of wear here and there on the cover, but nothing major. All these masks that these guys are wearing. Great album, great sounding album. I need to give it obviously more listen. I just picked it up on Friday. But you got Sugar Babe, Mary Lou, Shuba Duba, Mama Ma. Your Cash Ain't Nothing But Trash. Of course, The Joker, big, big hit for Steve Miller Band. Love and Cup, Come Into My Kitchen, Evil, and Something to Believe In. Great, great album. And the cover itself was voted as one of the best covers in Rolling Stones magazine of all time. So it's cool. But yeah, great, great album. Great find. Again, nice addition to my Steve Miller Band collection. And happy to find it. Again, both of these albums I think were $7.99 each, $8 each. Not a bad pickup for that. As well as this one here. An amazing band. This is Man's Earth Band, the Gird Earth. Look at that cover. This is on the Warner Brothers label. Apparently when this album came out, you could buy a plot of earth, like a 5 meter, or not 5, I don't know, a small plot of earth, and it wasn't a joke. It was, they did it to promote the album, and they had so many people buying up their own little plot of earth here. But great, great band. This will be my 6th album by Man's Earth Band. I've got 1980's Chance, 1975's Nightmares and Bloomers, 1973's Solar Fire, 1976's The Roaring Silence. There's a compilation, The Best Of. And of course, this is the 1974 release, the Good Earth. And just from the first song onward, it's just amazing. The Good Earth, I believe, was a big hit for these guys back then. And I just love the cover on this one as well. I just love the cover of this one. So they're a great progressive rock, jazz rock, hard rock band. Of course, known for their big hit "Blinded by the Light" by Springsteen. They do a great version, and probably one of the best guitar solos in a song is "Blinded by the Light." It's the Gird Earth. This is 1974 release, the 5th album by these guys. I've got to get more outer sleeves as well. From what I've heard of it, love the album so far. Give Me the Good Earth, the opening track, was written by the great Gary Wright. Be Not, sorry, what's that? Be Not Too Hard, another great song. It's a weird title though, Be Not Too Hard. Launching Place, I'll Be Gone, Sky High. Just some great tracks off of this one. So you got the great Manfred Mann on organs and keyboards and piano, Mick Rogers on guitar and vocals, Chris Slade on drums, and Colin Pattinson on bass. Really good stuff. Manfred Mann, South African descent, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. There they are there. But a great find. Love that. Again, a nice addition to my collection. As well as this next one. This is Rare Earth Ecology. The only thing wrong with this one is someone wrote their name on the label here. It's on the cool label here. Great band. From Detroit, combination of rhythm and blues and classic rock, and one of the few white bands to be signed to Motown. This will be my 4th album by Rare Earth. I've got 1975's Back to Earth, 1972's Willie Remembers, 1978's Band Together, and now Ecology, 1970 release. Lots of members in this band, but it's a great album. Again, little tiny little wear in there, but then these are all $8 albums, so I don't feel that's a bad price for some great albums. So Ecology, again, the 3rd album by the band. They do a great version of Eleanor Rigby on this one as well, by Paul and John. They do a great cover of The Temptations' I Know I'm Losing You. Great opening track, Born to Wander. That opens up the album. Fantastic stuff. Long Time Leavin' on here is kind of similar to Crosby, Stills and Nash's Long Time Gone. That kind of feel to it. But great band, Rare Earth. So good. So good. Happy to find this one, and again, happy to add it to my Rare Earth collection. Fantastic stuff. I just realized that's, when you look at it closely, that's actually a pair of sunglasses, I guess, and there's the guy's beard. Cool stuff. As well as this find. Now this is the only one I have by these guys. This is the Raiders Indian Reservation, formed out of Paul Revere and the Raiders. It's on the red Columbia label. What a great find this is. This is actually Mark Lindsay and the Raiders. From what I've read, because there's not much information on a lot of this stuff, But you've got the song, Indian Reservation, Birds of a Feather, Just Remember You're My Sunshine, Prince of Peace, Eve of Destruction, Come In, You'll Get Pneumonia, Shape of Things to Come, Take Me Home, Heaven Help Us All, and The Turkey. Paul Revere and the Raiders, of course, have been around forever. 1958, I think, when they first started. They originally called the Downbeats, an instrumental band way back when. Ton of hits, ton of albums as well. I mean, their discography is huge. They around 1970 or 71, they dropped Paul Revere name and just became the Raiders. So this is the 1971 release called the Raiders. And again, this cover is in mint condition. The vinyl is in mint. Yeah, great album. It sounds good. Happy to find it. Really happy to find it. Same with this one. Now this is one of my favorite bands ever. I guess top 10, I would say. This is Grand Funk and Survival. On the green Capitol label. Album's in great shape. I don't think there was something else in here, was there not? Am I thinking of another album? Yeah. Oh no, that's just the inner sleeve, just a basic inner sleeve. But the cover is a harder cardboard shape, so it's in great shape. Produced by Terry Knight. This is on, again, the power trio of Don Brewer on drums, Mark Farner on guitars and vocals, and Don Brewer, of course, on lead vocals, and Mel Shocker on bass. That's when they were the power trio that they were known for. Loud, heavy, hard, love it. They would later incorporate Craig Frost on keyboards to free up Mark Farner on keyboards as well. Craig Frost is now with the Bob Seger Band. I discovered these guys way back through the album We're an American Band. That's when I first knew of Grand Funk. So Survivor was going to be my 8th studio album by Grand Funk. I've got 1970s Closer to Home. 74 is All the Girls in the World Beware. 1976 is Good Singing, Good Playing. 1969 is On Time. 1972 is Phoenix. 1974 Shining On, and 1973's We're an American Band. Fantastic stuff. So this is 71's Survival, of course, with the power trio of these three, again produced by Terry Knight, who produced a lot of their albums. You got Feeling All Right, Give Me Shelter by the Stones. I prefer their version actually over the Stones. I think because I've heard the Stones so many times, and especially the last couple of weeks I've heard that album so many times when I was reviewing that album. I Can Feel Him in the Morning, Country Road, All You Got Is Money, Comfort Me, the great power trio of Don Brewer, Mark Farner, and Mel Shocker. Great album, great find, great addition to my Grand Funk collection. Survival. Next, I found Earth by Starship, Jefferson Starship. This is a great album, really good stuff. Still featuring Grace Slick. 8 gold and platinum selling albums these guys have had. Combination of rock and soft rock and pop, prog rock. California-based band, formed in 1974, including members of the Jefferson Airplane. This would be my 4th album by Starship. 74's Dragonfly, 79's Freedom at Point Zero, 75's Red Octopus, and the compilation Gold in 1979. So Earth is a 1978 release, the fourth album by the band. Really good stuff. You got Marty Ballin on lead vocals, Grace Slick on lead vocals, Paul Katner on guitar and vocals, Craig Cecchino, I hope I didn't butcher that name, on lead and rhythm guitar, David Freeberg on bass, Peter Sears on keys, and John Barbade on drums. From what I've heard of it, I've only heard it a couple of times. Fantastic stuff. They rocked. I mean, yes, they can be a little poppy at times, but just listen to the song Jane. It rocks out. That's not on this album, obviously, but they can rock it out when they want to. Also found a couple of Canadian albums. I love the cover on this one. This is the Spoons, Aries and Symphonies. Beautiful cover on that one. It's on Ready Records. Great looking. You got the beautiful Sandy Horn on bass and vocals, Gordy Depp on guitars and vocals, Ross Bruce on synthesizer, and Derek Ross on drums and percussion. There's the band there. So these guys are from Burlington, Ontario, which is kind of on the outskirts of Toronto, Western Toronto. Combination of new wave and synth pop. Really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. You got Romantic Traffic, Nova Heart, their big hits. Aries and Symphonies is a 1982 release. The second album by these guys. Again, the big hit Nova Heart on this one. And the title track, Aries and Symphonies. Symphonies. Smile in the Winter, another great track on this one. So happy to find this. Happy that the cover is in such beautiful shape. And again, this one was $5.99, so it was an even better deal. And finally, another Canadian band. I didn't realize these guys were Canadian until I started looking up, because I've heard them on the radio so many times. This is Edward Bear and Bearings. It's on the green Capitol label. There's the boys there. It's also a gatefold. Great album. These guys can rock it out when they want to. So again, great pop rock band from Toronto. Last song, big hit for these guys. Close Your Eyes, You and Me in Mexico. Some other big hits. Named after the Winnie Pooh character, whose real name was Edward Bear. I didn't know that either. They started out as a bluesy rock band, and they actually opened for Led Zeppelin at one point. They changed their style to more blues and pop, become more radio friendly. They were Juno Award winners in 1973. This is 1969's Bearings. And You and Me in Mexico starts it off. You've got Fool. You've got Cinder Dreams, Woodwind Song, Hideaway, Mind Police, Toe Jam, Sinking Ship, and Every Day I Have the Blues. Great album. It features Paul Weldon on organ, bass, and piano and harpsichord, Larry Evoy on drums and chimes, and Danny Marks on lead guitar, rhythm guitar, and acoustic guitar. Great band. So there's some great finds, all in great shape. Happy to have them in my collection. Some additions, some new, and that's what I'm going to do today. Listen to some tunes. Have yourself a wonderful day. Love you all. Take care. Bye now.